Shannon Sharp, good morning.
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well.
I had this on at my Kentucky Derby watch party. I figured I better get a second wear.
Why didn't you go? Tom Brady went.
Whoa, talk about Skip.
Did he ask you to go? Nope.
I went a couple of years ago.
You don't rate.
As a matter of fact, Bob Bradford was on my flight coming back to L.A. yesterday.
Well, so what does that mean?
Yeah, okay. I know me and Bob go way back.
Did you plan to be on the flight with him?
Yes,
No.
we planned it.
No. Was it a private jet? No.
First of all, have you ever been to the Derby?
Have I been? I covered like 12 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I went a couple of years ago.
Thank you. I won an Eclipse Award for covering the Kentucky
I've never
Derby.
been.
Yep.
It's on
Thank
the
you.
list.
Oh,
That's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to do
Yep.
it.
See, you stepped in that one.
It's an
didn't you?
unbelievable
Yep.
event. Well, you wasn't dressed like this here, though.
Yep.
This old seafoam. Old seafoam.
Oh, let's see how the
I'm
outfit
hard on my
helps
eyes. I
you.
wish I had sunglasses today, but I don't.
Let's see. We have a lot to get to on today's show. Is the best player on the planet actually
What?
number
Who wrote
2
that?
in Toronto?
Who wrote that? Did you write
I
that?
figured if we started there. And is LeBron still upset with Magic Johnson? Plus, Nate Robinson is in studio with us later on the show, but we're going to start with the playoffs. Golden State tried to take a commanding 3-0 series lead Saturday night against the Rockets. Kevin Durant helped the cause with a game-high 46 points. James Harden rebounded from his eye injury, scoring 41 points, including a huge 3 in overtime to lead the Rockets to a win. But Steph Curry was awful in the game. He missed a wide-open dunk late in overtime and shot a disappointing 7 for 23. Game 4 is tonight in Houston. Shannon, how much is Steph to blame for the loss?
Yeah, he got to eat this one. He deserves the lion's share of the blame for this one, Skip. And there have been playoff games in which he shot the ball worse than what he shot it the other night. But the mental mistakes, this might be the worst mental game that he's played. Jenny mentioned 7 of 23. Oof. Skip, what was the missed layup with the left hand? It was the missed dunk. It was the offensive, he had a turnover right there where he elbowed Austin Rivers in the face. He missed 2 free throws. Steph Curry might be one of the he's a top 3, top 4 free throw shooter of all time in NBA history, and he missed 2 of those. Skip, he's getting into foul. I think a lot of this has to do with he's getting in foul trouble early, and he picked up 3 in the fourth quarter. And if you remember the couple of games before, I think game 1, he got in foul trouble. So it's kind of throwing him off his rhythm. Plus, Kevin Durant is throwing him off his rhythm by getting it going so early, and he doesn't want to interrupt that. So the combination of Kevin Durant getting it going, right. I don't want to get in the way of KD, him getting in foul trouble, having to be on the bench, and also another thing defensively. I keep hearing this. Oh, Steph Curry's playing out. No, he's not. Steph Curry is not a great defender. They play great help team defense, and Eric Gordon is going at him. If he's not pulling up the 3, he's going at Steph Curry because Klay must guard James Harden. Austin Rivers comes in. If he can't get the 3 off, he's pushing the ball. He's going at Steph Curry. So they're getting him in foul trouble and getting him off of his game. But this was the worst mental game that he's played, Skip. We haven't seen Steph play like this. And, Steph, you don't have those kind of hops, bruh. I know you're in the NBA, but you are a first quarter dunk, wide open dunker. Not the fourth quarter when you got 25, 30 minutes on those legs. That looked bad, Skip. That looked really, really bad. In this series, he's shooting 35% from the floor. He's shooting 25% from 3. The greatest distance shooter in NBA history is shooting 25% from the 3-point line. Man.
8 of 32.
He's struggling. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. KD gets it going and is getting Steph out of his rhythm. But he has to eat this one. Yeah, this one, they're going to put, they say the way they came in in biblical times, they came and they placed all the stuff at the feet of the man.
What would you know about biblical?
There you go, Skip. Why you don't think I know anything with sports, huh?
I don't.
You don't think I know anything with sports. But I'm going to place this one at the feet of Steph.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a biblical reference?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You will anoint his feet with, no. So you were so close to getting to the correct conclusion. You were getting closer and closer and closer, and then you dropped the ball right at the finish line.
What'd I do?
You tried to dunk it, and you hit the rim with it. You didn't have quite the hops to get it over the rim. You were close, but no cigar.
Okay.
Did you have a cigar over the weekend? Maybe?
Had a couple of them old Monte Cristo, them whole
There you go.
Jimmy, stop.
Not only was Steph Curry to blame for what happened on Saturday night, but the player who did the best job of stopping Kevin Durant on Saturday night was, ironically, Steph Curry, his teammate. And you made reference to that he didn't want to get in Kevin's way. He didn't want to interrupt what Kevin was doing. That's all he was trying to do at the end of the fourth quarter and in overtime. He got in Kevin Durant's way. And this is my 2 cents from a distance. I don't know this for a fact, but I've closely observed both players. And I used to be the biggest Steph fan, not so much anymore, more of a KD fan now. But to me, it looked like he was getting a little threatened by what Kevin Durant was doing to that game, because this series should effectively be over, because Kevin Durant was extraordinary for the first 5 minutes and 55 seconds of the fourth quarter. They should have put this game away in that fourth quarter, because in the first 5:55 of the fourth quarter, Kevin Durant scored 12 points, and it was nuclear. It was something I didn't think I would ever see, because finally Steph had to just secede to him. He just had to say, you dribble the ball up the floor. Most of the fourth quarter, Kevin Durant, number 35, dribbled the ball up the floor as the point, whatever he is, forward. And he distributed. He dropped dimes. He dropped jumpers from everywhere.
He did.
He made layups. He made dunks. He orchestrated everything. He put them in position to basically finish this series off, because I think we'd all think that.
Oh, if it's 3-0, it's over.
At 3-0.
Yes, it would have been
and
over.
Sure.
Instead, Kevin Durant at 6:05 made a dunk. 6:05 less than the fourth quarter, and that was it. That was all.
What you mean that's it?
Yeah, that was it.
That can't be it for the greatest player in the NBA.
That was it.
That can't be it.
He had one more shot that he took, and he didn't miss that shot, but he was cold at that point.
Whoa.
Steph Curry cooled him completely
And what
off.
point in the game was that when he took that shot?
19 seconds left.
And what was the score of the ball game?
It was tied.
He got to close that one, Jenny. Because I know a guy that had he done the exact same thing, that's what his point would have been.
I know a guy, number 35, who should have just had the ball in his hand, shot after shot after shot, and it wouldn't have come down to 19 seconds left. And trust me on this, Kevin Durant is thinking to himself, what are they doing? Are they freezing me out now? Why don't I get another shot?
KD wasn't thinking that.
Huh? I think he was thinking that, because that was just outrageously wrong. How many shots did Kevin Durant get in overtime? How about 2? Why didn't he get 6 or 7 shots in overtime? Did he not have it going?
He had the ball.
You ever seen him have it going any more than that?
No.
The point is, have you ever seen anybody have it going any better than he had it going in the fourth quarter of what could have been effectively a closeout playoff game? So what was Steph Curry doing? I don't know. He was turning back into the same Steph Curry we've seen again and again and again in big playoff games. Am I right about that?
Yes, he has.
Has he ever measured up in the postseason to what he has done regularly in the regular season?
No.
He won, not one, he won 2 regular season MVPs. Have you ever seen MVP-like performances from Steph Curry in the postseason? Because, again, he has 3 rings, and how many MVPs in the finals?
0.
How about 0?
Yep.
Iggy won 1, and the big guy won 2 in a row, right?
Right.
Kevin Durant. So to me, this was all about Steph getting in the way of Kevin Durant. And I don't know. I just think Kevin went back to the hotel thinking, maybe I should go to the Knicks. Maybe this doesn't work for me.
Are you accusing Steph Curry?
What have you always told me, that no matter what Kevin Durant ever does in Golden State, he will never, ever eclipse the magnitude of the love for the beloved Steph Curry.
No, he won't.
Am I right about that?
You're absolutely right. But that does not mean that Kevin Durant is not the best player on that team, because clearly he is, and he's separated himself. But you said something, see, you want to, all put all this at the feet of Steph Curry, and I agree with you.
Yep.
But your guy, hold on, in the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter and all of overtime, Kevin Durant was 2 of 7. Well, 2 of 7, Steph Curry ain't freezing that. He had a chance to tie the ball game, would take the lead in the ball game with 19 seconds. He missed that shot. Did he or did he not?
Yeah, by then he was cold as ice.
Oh, now by then he's cold, huh?
Oh, was he not?
But you know what, Skip?
I just told you.
What got me? This is what...
It was 6 minutes earlier that he scored his last basket.
That's his fault.
After he'd scored 12 points.
But what's eating at me, what's gnawing at me, what kept me awake Saturday night of this ball game is that Kevin Durant did something that I saw LeBron do the exact same thing. Kevin Durant team was down 1 point. He got the switch with Clint Capella. Now, Skip Bayless told me he had been dealing all night. I mean, he was cooking. He had it going, Jenny Taft.
Okay.
And he got the switch with Clint Capella. Kevin Durant, Skip Bayless has told me on numerous occasions, he's the best player in the NBA. He can rise up and get his shot up over anybody.
You disagree?
Hold on. I agree 1,000%.
Thank you.
He got Clint Capella on the switch. He dribbling, went between his legs, going. He could have pulled up, but he passed to Andre Iguodala in the corner. Why didn't Kevin Durant shoot that shot?
Did he make the shot?
So now.
Did he make the shot?
That's not what happened.
Yes.
That's not.
Iggy drained the shot. Iggy is a former Finals MVP. That's how good Andre Iguodala is.
How much